All right, guys. So, time and date. We're in Hermosillo, Sonora. Ethereum. Let's start off with Ethereum in the daily. This daily is about to close at 5 p.m. So, right here, let me take all my shit off. So, this is where we closed yesterday, Friday. I can see we're no near it. We only have 1 hour and 30 minutes left or so. So therefore, we're probably gonna take a slight little dump, either not hit here directly, but we will dump on down. Yeah, because we're about to break and we're gonna get inside this zone right here. Let me see what my indicators tell me. I'm trying some sort of support. Yeah, makes sense. Cause yeah, we're gonna lose this, touch this here, this region, create support here. Depending how bad the news is, we either gonna wick and then gradually by 6 to 9, I mean 5 to 9, we're gonna then try to make it up and make a long U, or we're gonna keep inside this area even by 9 o'clock. And if we stay, especially we stay here during Saturday evening, coming up to Sunday night type of thing, or Saturday night, then we either gonna start jumping more or Sunday, because especially once we come to 3 o'clock tomorrow, with the bad news that we got that Trump not talking to making a deal with Russia, most likely gonna either finally jump here hard, or if we do break tonight and we hold here to the region, we might break this monthly. But also it's important right now to pay attention to, like I said, how we close at 5 p.m. and then to see how where we can project where we could be by 1 in the morning, especially if we get stuck inside of this box right here, or if it persists. And again, we close the day up here, 5 p.m. closing the day here, giving that little it's strength, but not the strength that you wanted. You wanted this. Let me go down to the daily and take my shit off. You wanted this. We wanted Friday to start doing this, or Friday night to do this. We don't right now. It's like especially how it's looking very weak, especially for time what time it is. And also, if you look at Bitcoin is also showing signs a little bit right now. So it's already dropping, but it's still Saturday. It's still too early. So we want to pay attention again how we close. Because what we could do is we do a little fake out from 5 to 9, and then at 9 pick up again, try one more time. But again, what will give it that momentum will be hearing that good news today. Like if you notice, the meeting with them was happening yesterday, right? So imagine yesterday night, evening ish, or at night, middle of the night, getting tweets or getting, hey, good news, me and him, blah 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 blah, and then it gives Ethereum and Bitcoin that boost to stay on up. So the fact that also seeing the market how it is right now. Let me go to Ethereum XRP. So they're still holding. All this still holding, but it's weak because by now you wanted to do a real move. You wanted this to continue yesterday. So the fact that you from yesterday at Saturday night, 2 in the morning, started coming down here, it's like, oh, yeah. The Trump thing didn't go good as he wanted, and therefore the market is it's where it's at right now. Also, weekly wise, we want to see where all these coins are weekly wise. Weekly wise, see this was a move right here. These are no typical candles where this candle will be end up completing and closing here, or drop here, and the next candle needs to go on up, close here, and then go on with this week. So this week we need to, because we're not. This week we need to break through this to form this V-shaped pattern, this U pattern. Since we're not, and it's already to the end of the day, so that and it's kind of like a 3 hour candle. So if you look at it, we have your main resistance or support, my bad, your main support and your main resistance here. It's really here, but it's let's just take it here. The fact that it's closing or this week is facing this area, it's not good. We should have been breaking up. Daily wise, XRP is still above this 50 Fibonacci, which is still good. Because then from here, like I said, we still have this one little weak try, but we still have it. These candles aren't strong. I wonder if I'm on public somehow. I mean, what do you call it? Private. I can't really check right now. I wonder what's not happening. What's happening? All right. So, anyways, let me check Ethereum. This is the daily for Ethereum. So this is candle. Strong candles is something like this. Where let me show you. Like strong candle is something like this. Not just fucking. Oh, my bad. Not it has the same texture, whatnot, but we need like strong candles like this. We don't need wicks, little wicks like this. That's Ethereum. That's Bitcoin. See, we want something like this. We want something like this. We want something like this. This is just neutral. This is uncertain. All these wicks up and down. So, anyways, so far, let me see. Let me see if I can find any three candle box or any just anything. Bitcoin is pretty much in this area here. This one me to maintain this box. So let me go to the forward candle. As you can see, we're barely above that box. We're barely in the trend line. That's why if we continue how we are right now, we're gonna drop. If we continue how we're looking right now, we're gonna drop where by 5 is gonna drop down close below this daily 50 Fibonacci right here. And then you're gonna see Ethereum follow and you're gonna see XRP follow. But the fact that it's barely testing again, testing that trend line below the 50 daily, almost about to be the end of the day. This is all bad. This is not strong. You want strong like this. You want strong like this. This Bitcoin is telling me that it's gonna drop any moment, especially Trump not coming in and doing that deal. That would have boosted up tonight. I mean, last night you would have seen Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP have that light push. But since the deal didn't go good, the market is reflecting this. It's reflecting this because as either tomorrow he has to tweet something extra special for the market to at least open higher because we S&P closed very in a bad position. Look, it closed on the support of the new all-time high. There's a forward candle right here. And this is a new all-time high price. And this is the island that it was holding on. And it closed right there in the support. With Russia not coming to that deal, you're gonna see the S&P close somewhere in the 6,420 range or whatnot. Watch. And then they're gonna start worrying along with the other data. And then this week coming up we have, what do you call it? The minutes? The FOMC minutes, and then investors are gonna be worried with that, especially with the whole Russia. Yeah. So, anyways, he's gonna have to make it up tomorrow with the tweet or something. Otherwise, but crypto showing you this. Crypto showing you, hey, we're not so sure right now. Things are looking good, so we may dump, especially Bitcoin because if you check the monthly, no, the weekly, my bad, the weekly. Look, this is a main area, and it's hanging by that trend like I mentioned. It's hanging underneath the 50 Fibonacci of a daily, which is right here. And so, that's, yeah. And we're right underneath this support right here. So I was looking like we're gonna take another little dump because again, S&P 500 and crypto are connected. So as S&P closes, Bitcoin, Bitcoin and Ethereum are really indicators of how the markets, what's going on to the market through the weekends. That's why you'll see a gradual pull up there on the weekend, or you'll see moments like this because it's still connected to the actual S&P 500 in Americans pretty much. If you don't get that, if you don't see that, you don't see how these markets are tied up together, especially the United States. Don't you can't be seeing the S&P 500 and with the euro, I mean, or the UK or some index of other countries. You're not gonna see that synchronicity. It's like, oh look, just coincidence when Bitcoin went down at 5 o'clock or 2 o'clock, that's when the S&P fell down to. Oh, coincidence that when the data of so-and-so came out on Thursday, Bitcoin fell at the same time the United States posted that said that. So United States and crypto are synchronized. Crypto let you know how the market is doing during the weekend. So anyways, a bunch of that, you guys, a bunch of chit chat. Uh, get prepared to have another little dump, especially if we're maintaining crypto. I mean Bitcoin and Ethereum. Well, again, right now, because right now is your time. Right now is your last hour and a half. So this hour and a half, Ethereum needs to shoot above this price and close here at 4,557. Otherwise, you're gonna see it just holding there from 5 to 9. If it still maintain the area, prepared to have a little dump. And it may be a fake out because they might dump and then who knows? That's too much in the. I don't like fucking doing that shit. Just know that in the next 4 to 8 hours, we don't break above the price that I mentioned about Ethereum. We're gonna start heading on down, and you're gonna start seeing Bitcoin fall off that trend, that weekly trend that I've been holding on. Because if you notice, it's going up, but it's barely like, yeah, it looks bad. Don't panic. Don't sell your shit. If anything, once you want that to let you know that Bitcoin and Ethereum are here to stay, go to ChatGPT, and the article that I saw today was two articles that while the little guys were panicking and selling their Ethereum, guess what the big guys were doing? Guess what the smart money was doing? Watch. Ethereum market summary. So there was an article posted on TradingView, and okay, here it is. Big players buy 882 million in Ethereum while small traders sell. Every day, traders got scared, started selling Ethereum when the price dropped a bit. At the same time, big investors, whales, and companies called Bitmine I think it's the same company that Tom Lee is under that's making Ethereum the treasury. Riley bought almost $900 million worth of Ethereum. Now, why would company with that much money buy the top, you guys? Not even that. Why would they buy this little dip? I'm just scared the market, Bitcoin, and Ethereum is gonna go down to zero. Bitmain wants to own up to 5% of all Ethereum in existence, which would make them one of the biggest holders. Why would that be? Is it maybe because Ethereum is gonna be going to the next 5 or 7 or 10? This is Tom Lee. Look up Tom Lee. Tom Lee was the financial advisor and analytic for J.P. Morgan. They were telling JP Morgan back in 2018 to be buying Bitcoin. And that same guy is now buying Ethereum. Some was already right now Ethereum is still a little below all-time high, but these big buyers suggest the smart money thinks the price will go higher. Some whales already crashed out a little and overbought, but overall, large investors keep stacking Ethereum while regular guys like you and me panic and we sell our money to them. They grab us by the foot and they put us upside down and they shake us. If you guys want to read that real quick, leave it here. But other than that, you guys, this dip buying opportunities, guys, because they see that it's the top. I was fucking. Guess what they're saying that for? Guess what they're doing that for? So you can start selling your shit. And again, a couple of weeks or months, you're gonna find out that while you were selling, they're buying. All right, this is Brian Seacrest signing out, you guys. Again, if we don't shit above here, Ethereum by 5 o'clock at 4,558, and we stay in this area below 4,438, and we get to 9 o'clock, do expect Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP or whatnot, these coins to start dumping down a little bit, especially as we get closer to Sunday. It's like, when the market's open, but they have good news, or when the market is expecting good data, the market starts going up as the data comes up. But then those days when the market is scared of it, as that data comes up, people start selling their stocks, or a couple hours, or a couple maybe a day before or whatnot, because they know that that data is going to be bad. Same shit with this. As you see crypto trying to close to the end of the week, and it gets closer to the market opening because the market S&P opens at Sundays at 3 p.m. And that's what happened to be the last hour and a half of Bitcoin. It will fill it, and at close it gets, it'll start dumping. You'll see it react more, way more than you saw it react these last 2 days. Why?